Aw, they're so cute when they eat your face. This is Zombeavers on Stinker Madness.
Stinker Madness. Stinker Madness. Stinker Madness. We got the Stinker Madness.
Hello and welcome to Stinker Madness. I'm your host, Justin. I'm here with Sam and Jackie.
Hello.
How are you guys?
I'm alright.
Yeah, right on. Well,
I ate a lot of Flamin' Hot Cheetos last night. I'm not all right.
you're having a rough go. It's a hard day in the household.
I need a donut.
Jackie's buns are suffering from beaver fever.
Apparently.
Zombie beavers. Zombeavers.
Zombeavers.
Yeah, the tale of
What I didn't
beavers
expect
that are zombies.
was that John Mayer would be my favorite part of this movie.
Excuse me, but I don't know who John Mayer was in this movie.
He was the guy with the mustache and the glasses in the truck.
Oh, that was John Mayer. Yeah,
Yeah.
now that I put that together.
Yeah, I didn't even recognize him.
Yeah.
He was by far the most charming part of this film.
Yeah, he definitely was. The guys in the truck, I don't think anybody's gonna out there be thinking of anybody else as the best part of the whole movie. They're great.
Yeah, and the rest of the movie is not having them in it.
Yeah, and not delivering the same level of fun.
Is it
ever
supposed to be a horror movie? Is it supposed to be a funny movie? It's not either one.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be funny. I think.
It was supposed to be funny, but then it tried to be a horror, but then still silly, but
Yeah.
it didn't work. You gotta pick one.
Yeah, you gotta pick one.
You gotta pick one.
Because it goes through basically all the tropes of a cabin in the woods movie and delivered that way for a good chunk of it, where, you know, it's running and screaming and getting chased and fighting and we gotta board up the house and do all these things that are part of the horror genre, but there's not anything funny happening during them other than the fact that their enemy are little beavers. So it doesn't work.
No, and the jokes, the gore jokes,
Yeah.
fall flat.
Yeah.
They just not like biting the wiener off.
Mm-hmm.
Not funny.
Yeah, it's kind of getting played out. Like, you know, that's been done. People have had their wiener bitten off many times in films now, and you don't need to do it again.
Yeah.
I usually laugh really hard at those points.
Didn't laugh.
Nope.
It wasn't funny.
Because I hated every single one of the characters, and I kind of wanted them all to die.
That's really the primary problem, I think, with this film, is the characters suck so bad.
You want to do a certain amount of it that way it's fun for when they get killed. Like, finally this dickhead's gonna die, but it wasn't enough of that,
I think
guess.
it's fine if the characters themselves suck, like they're idiots, like something like Sharknado, where it's just fine. You know, Tara Reid sucks so bad. She never dies, but she sucks so bad that you don't feel guilty when that type of character dies, but at the same time, you have to enjoy them being on screen. They can't suck so bad that you just are like, get them the fuck off of the television because I hate looking at them.
Yeah.
The only person I wanted to survive was the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do the dog.
Yeah, they
Can't
do the dog. Can't do the dog. Didn't work.
Didn't work.
Unnecessary. I guess they kind of had to do the dog, like the justification, because so you think that the Sam character is just a bad guy.
I don't know.
But you already think he's a bad guy because they're all fucking douches.
They're idiots, though, too, because they throw the dog in. Like, by the time they decide, okay, we used the dog as a distraction, it's dead, the beavers then would just get them when they start swimming.
Right.
They didn't swim. You have to do it at the same time. It's a simultaneous thing.
Yes, indeed.
So they just killed the dog for no reason.
No, absolutely no
and
reason.
then the bitch girl, Zoe, she's pissed about it. I would be too.
Sure.
It's a cool dog.
Becomes,
Jack Russells are always cool.
Like, at the beginning, you're like, oh, I've known women like this.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate them.
Uh-huh.
I liked her the best by the end of it.
I agree. Absolutely.
Not that I liked her, but I was like, yeah, okay, you're not as bad as these other idiots.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
I was still glad when she got hit by a truck.
Yeah.
it was a disappointment. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it was disappointing.
Yeah. A great concept.
Good title.
Good title.
That's just it. That's the thing. It's AIP. Come up with a title. It's never going to work out.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so that was the podcast.
All
about
right.
Zombeavers.
Thanks for listening.
Zombeavers.
We'll see you next movie. No, unfortunately, we have to drudge through this thing.
Oh, no.
Now, before we shouldn't throw this completely under the bus, because there is some highlights in this film. There's the gun guy whose name I have
He's
no idea.
fun.
He's fun. Obviously John Mayer and the other guy are fun. I like the zombie beavers. I think that they're fun. The creature effects were, they're a little, they're everywhere and they're silly looking and fun. I like the fact that people turn into beavers, zombies.
The bear turning into a beaver was
bear
fun.
turning into
Yeah, that
a
was
zombie
pretty cool.
beaver. It has its redeeming qualities, but unfortunately, they're not enough to make up for the rest of the.
There's just
flaws.
different points where you thought that they were gonna get it, that they had to just really throw spaghetti at the wall joke wise, but then they never did.
Yeah.
It's like you saw it a couple times, like, okay, now they're gonna really start hitting the jokes hard. No, we're gonna bring this thing back and ground it again. It's like, no, you can't. It's stupid. You can't ground something stupid.
Right.
You can't bring it back. Oh, let's make it more conventional. They're zombie beavers. It's not conventional. Turn the dial up to 11.
Yes.
Jokes plenty.
Indeed.
The title is a joke. You're making a comedy.
It's unfortunate because I think it's trying to maybe try to achieve the same things that Tucker and Dale versus Evil were completely successful in achieving. And it just loses itself constantly on what its goal is of accomplishment. And never is then able to accomplish anything, but.
No.
I also like the neighbor lady.
Oh, yeah, the
neighbor
neighbors
lady.
were fun, too.
Yeah, that was like, this is going to be a comedy. She's being funny. They're going to do things. And then at the end of the movie, there was jokes that they were intentionally put in there that they left on the cutting room floor, like the dildo. They may have shot a bunch of jokes, and I don't know if they didn't make it out of post-production, but there just wasn't enough jokes in here.
There was not enough jokes in there. Or even, making fun of genres, just, twists on things that poke fun at satirical jokes of how stupid horror movies generally are. And that doesn't happen.
No, and they flirt with it by, the ladies, they needed more of the neighbors. Like they're, I think I would have enjoyed it more had they gone over to the neighbor's house and the beavers just don't give a fuck about anybody else.
Exactly.
And they're just having a nice evening and they don't know, and like, it's apocalypse next door and they had no idea until 2 weeks later.
Yeah, they're just still talking about how
you guys
dumb
had a
the
bad
teenagers
time
are.
last time you came up here, and he's got like one arm and an eye patch or something for the next visit. Like, you got attacked by radioactive beavers? I had no idea.
We were just watching Cosby.
We had CSI marathon.
Yep, fail. So anyways, the film essentially starts out with John Mayer and the other guy, who also should be thrown some respect. Mayer's the focus of these two, for sure, because he's zinging them out there.
Yeah.
But the other guy
The other guy's
is
funny.
He's absorbing the zingers and bouncing them right back.
Yeah.
It's a really good dynamic between these two guys.
What's his name? Bill? Bill, like, I think it's Bill Murdoch or something like that.
Oh, Bill Burr.
Yeah.
Is that Bill Burr? Yeah, I think
that was Bill Burr.
Yeah,
Bill Burr.
Bill Burr.
I really like him. He's been in a couple of spoofy movies that we've watched, and I think he's a cool actor.
He's a funny dude.
He's funny.
Yeah, and because of the cutscenes, or not the cutscenes, but the credit goofs, cuts. What are those called?
The outtakes?
Yeah, outtakes. They were
Cuts. What the cuts? What are they called? What do you call them? The cuts.
the cuts.
Cuts of meat. Got knives. What?
The
Ginsu.
they're ad-libbing. They're ad-libbing.
Yeah, they're just doing whatever.
They're just funny guys. So, but they're essentially delivery drivers for some toxic waste disposal company, I'm led to believe. And they're idiots. And
I don't know that they're idiots. They've come to a point where they understand their duties.
I'm not so sure that they do.
I mean, they do lose the one.
Right.
They lose the one.
They don't seem to care too much.
No, they don't. I don't know that they're dumb people, but they realize that the level of work that they have to do to continue to get paid, they've figured out exactly that bare minimum, and they're right there.
They're wearing the 6 pieces of flair.
Yeah, exactly.
So, they're talking about, the hell are they talking about?
The first, they're not talking about anything
Right,
ever.
like-
the first guy, Bill Burr says something about he dated another guy.
Dated a man once.
And he said the sex wasn't bad, but it was the whiskers that really got him because
Yeah.
that was weird.
Yeah. But the rest of the time, it's just, hey, you want to go get some beers? Yep. You want to go fishing? Yep. Yeah, pretty funny. Well, the the next thing that happens sets up the rest of the movie, basically, or the final scene of the movie. But he's texting on his phone, and Sean Baer looks at him. He's like, "You see that deer, right? Yeah, I see it.
I don't think you do.
That's a funny joke."
Yeah, it is because of just the calmness. I don't think you do.
And the deer just stands perfectly still in the road, gets ran over, and kind of explodes. Explosion of guts all over the front of the truck, and it causes one of the toxic waste barrels to bounce into the lake, out of the truck and into the lake.
Yeah, and then the toxic waste barrel, I thought this part was kind of funny. Maybe it wasn't supposed to be, but I kind of took it as like, it was on a journey.
Yeah, it was like the incredible journey of the toxic waste.
Yes, it was like, oh my God, okay, that's kind of funny. And then I thought, well, maybe that's not supposed to be funny.
It's like this toxic waste is the Smiths Family Robinson of toxic waste going down the river.
And then it
made
exploded like a beer can
Yeah.
that you
Yeah.
had shaken up and poked a hole in
'Cause
so
I
you
was-
could shotgun it.
I was actually thinking that the whole time. I was like, yeah, that looks like a pretty good container.
Uh-huh.
How are they going to do this? And they don't. They just it stops by a beaver dam and starts peeing.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah. I think if you found it funny, it's okay if it was unintentionally funny, because the rest of the movie delivers so nothing that, hey, man, take what you can get.
Take what you can get.
Yeah.
I did appreciate the fact that, again, at points it made me feel like, oh, they're going to get it right. They're going to get it right because they just went Zombeavers. This is how it happens. We're not going to waste a bunch of time
don't
with
waste
this.
time. Yeah.
We're going to waste a bunch of time with something else.
Yeah. So it hits the dam. The beavers get covered in toxic waste, whatever it is. So therefore, they become Zombeavers. But then we get introduced to Zoe, Mary, and Jen, who are your typical dumb shit college sorority girls that are on their way to a relaxing no boys weekend at a cabin in the woods.
And as we find out later,
And the dog is in the car.
And the dog
Oh, yeah,
is in the
yeah.
car. That you're introduced to the three of them, and Zoe's supposed to be the bitch or something, right?
She's got a tude,
As you
chip on her shoulder.
are, as you take the journey with these characters, say, by the end of the movie, you realize that Mary is a fucking bitch.
No, she's evil. Yeah.
Because she's like, oh, well, let's have a girls' weekend because your boyfriend cheated on you with me.
Uh-huh.
With me.
Yep.
I'm fucking evil.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And meanwhile, Zoe's there for the beer.
Yeah, Zoe's there for a good time. Jen's there to pout and,
Jen's a doormat.
yeah, doormat. She sucks pretty bad. I think Jen may be, other than the dudes
are all stupid.
are all stupid. I think Jen is my least favorite character in this movie for the girls, for sure.
Yeah.
She's just not anything.
No.
No personality.
Uh-uh.
No, nothing. Get her out. We don't need her. She should have been the first to die.
Yeah.
Wet napkin.
Yep.
Well, she was the first of the three girls to get turned into a zombiever.
I guess
I guess
that's true.
dying.
Yeah. Well,
But
not soon enough.
they go to the gas station, and that's, again, flirting with, this is going to be full of jokes, because the bathroom guy's like, I have to shit.
Yeah.
She gets out of the bathroom. He's like, oh, you're pretty hot. And then when the second she's gone, he's like, I got a thinking news.
Okay.
And he's just in there. Like, he's a funny guy.
That was funny. It was a good moment.
then
And,
it's gone.
that happened, and now it's never coming back. But, yeah, so they go to the cabin, and, the Mary character, it's her cousin's cabin. Yeah. And, the neighbor lady is the caretaker or landlord? What's her?
She's the neighbor lady who's nosy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She doesn't have any relationship to
She lives
next door.
Yeah,
That's
she
it.
lives next door.
Okay. Well, Zoe's given her grief because Zoe's got a tude, she's alt, she's got to flip the norms on their heads, and this neighbor lady's just too
Neighborly.
neighbor lady.
Yeah.
So she's like, oh yeah, you're a fucking bitch, and I'm a fucking bitch. And then the neighbor lady's like, oh, like the neighbor lady. She's like, oh yeah, I'm used to your shit. My daughter is a real fucking hoe bag.
Yeah.
She's always bringing home these scuzzy dudes.
I don't even know if they're dudes or what. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but
They're nice.
daughter,
My daughter, she's a piece of shit.
Yeah, she's a piece of shit. So Zoe, whatever you're going to deliver is not enough. I am prepared.
Yeah, and I liked that.
Mm-hmm. I did too.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, I did too. I thought that, again, poking fun of the genre, because the Zoe character is very common in these types of films. Even her journey that she becomes the one to survive at the end of it. The bitch usually kind of gets out because she's the one that she's a bitch because she's got some internal pain or something, you know, and it's her self-defense mechanism. And then she realizes that her self-mechanism isn't helping the situation. And she's then able to use what's inside of her to win at the end. That's why she survives. And I liked that the
that
neighbor,
didn't happen.
But the neighbor, again touching on that, setting it up, and then not going anywhere with it. Make fun of the genre. Poke at it. Fine. Don't walk away from it. Don't set it up and walk away from it.
Yeah, you were building it up there, and I'm like, yeah, none of that happened.
No, it didn't happen. That's what I'm
She
saying.
just busted out of a window and then found a sweet axe.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that I don't know if they did this intentionally, but she became a lot more pleasant once she got a dick in her.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, maybe.
she's less bitchy after the guy should, like, all of a sudden, and I think it was totally by accident that they were just trying to, like, oh, she's really not that bad on the way to her being the last one out, but it just was coincidental that was after her boyfriend came up and gave her some sex.
Yeah, then she's
fine.
okay.
Like, what? Not cool.
Yep. The girls also are not allowed to text or use their phones at all, and that's why Mary has chosen this cabin, is because there's no service at the place. Again, setting up something that doesn't really matter, you know, that these girls are obsessed with their phones and have to live by them, and it really just doesn't go anywhere. But something to note. Yeah. That's why it's on my notes.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Woo, good job.
Yeah. So they decided to go for a swim, of course.
Wait, I'll get some sound effects. That's them jumping and swimming and stuff.
That doesn't...
That's some splashing.
That's not the important part that happens here. The important
Yes,
part that
it
happens
is.
here is we find out that they really only found one girl that was willing to take her shirt off.
Yeah, I think that's the important part.
And
They were decent boobs.
I like her boobs. I think she's pretty.
She's got a weird snoot.
It doesn't bother me that much.
She's got one of those butt noses that has a butt on the end of
She's
it.
got a big nose and that doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
She's pretty.
Yeah, whatever. I also thought she was probably the best actress.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
I'm with you, Sam, though. Nice boobs on this
Yeah,
one.
nice boobs.
yeah. So they decided to swim over to the beavers. They see the beaver dam
Now,
at
there's
the lake.
Here's a question that's not part of my question, but I just like an immediate question I have here is that do people really care about beavers? That like, do you think that somebody would be swimming in a lake and let's be honest, that lake was pretty gross.
It was pretty gross.
It was
I would,
and it's more of a
swim in there.
pond than a
It
lake.
was like the algae count was you're gonna get sick.
Yeah,
You shouldn't swim in
Leeches.
that. It's icky.
yeah.
And then I don't ever remember anyone ever saying to me at any point in my life when we grew up in the wilderness, like you see a beaver dam, like let's go look
Let's
at the
go
beavers.
check out the beaver dam.
No,
Well,
I've checked out the dam, but I've never been like, let's go find some beavers.
I've done the exact opposite. I would be more interested in seeing beavers than the dam. The dam is just a pile of sticks.
Yeah.
I've seen some sweet beavers at the zoo.
I like
Beavers
beavers. I
at
think
the
they're
zoo.
cute.
They're
I think they're fun.
dangerous.
They're dangerous as shit, but I think they're fun and cute. They're not quite as cute as otters, but
Oh, yeah, otters are great.
otters are nature's cutest creature that's ever existed. But
Also gnaw your face off.
they will also gnaw your face off. But yeah, I don't. Either way, I think we both have a problem with this.
No.
Let's go check
Well,
out
the beavers.
the beavers.
It's an odd thing.
dam.
And didn't it kind of, I don't know, maybe it didn't strike you guys like this, but the secret of the ooze,
Mm-hmm.
because it was green, and I was thinking, all right, it's going to be like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. These
Well, it's
beavers are
toxic
going to,
waste.
these beavers are going to pop up with like nunchucks and, some bandanas on, and
I thought that the radioactive eyes was good enough, actually.
Yeah, yeah. Does anybody have a problem with the fact that this beaver dam is built on a pond?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jackie said that during the movie.
What are they damming?
They're not damming anything.
nope, they just stuck some trees out there and like, this is a beaver dam with the secret of the ooze on it.
Yeah, it's not a house, guys. That's not why beavers build dams. It's not where they live.
They said that in the movie, but they didn't really explain why they would build a dam on a pond.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's covered in green beaver urine, or that's what they say.
Yeah.
I think it's green. Beavers pee green.
Yeah, that Zoe says. I guess beavers just piss all over everything.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what that looks like to me.
Yep.
Oh, no.
That beaver's got a yeast infection.
Ew.
That's icky. Oh no! It's a bear! Again!
This is really...
Hey, there's a bear? Cool! Good, fine. It's shitty that there's a bear in it. It's so dumb.
And it's not
But like, God
in the
damn,
movie.
it's so close.
That is a stock shot of a bear.
Yeah, no, fine.
It is
I liked it.
Not in the movie at all.
It's just so random. Hey, there's a bear!
Yeah, oh no!
Well, they had to. I don't know. That's when the boobs got covered up, and I was like, "Oh,
Yeah,
the fun's over,
it's
dude.
Like, whoop! I gotta hide my boobs from the bear.
Yeah.
Wouldn't want this bear to see any boobies."
Well, I was starting to, my internal boob on camera clock was starting to sound off. You can't have them on screen for too long, and she had her knockers out for quite a while.
Quite a while, yes.
Yeah, so I think that was just, gotta cover them up type
yeah.
scenario.
But that's when Rex Lynn shows up.
Yeah, the gun guy. Is that his name,
That's
the
his
character's name?
No, that's his actor name.
Okay, what's the character's name?
The character...
gun guy.
Gun guy.
Gun guy. No, it's Smith with a Y. That's the funny joke
Oh,
that he tells.
yeah, Smith with a Y.
My name's Smith with a Y.
Yeah.
I'm
Just
telling
in
that
case you ever-
have to write me a check. Yeah, that's a good joke.
Especially because he never introduces his first name.
No.
Just write him a check. Smith. With a Y, right? Yeah,
That's with
okay.
a Y, right?
What bank is going to cash that? The guy's writing checks that he can't cash or asking for checks.
Hit him out in Beaver Bank. I bet there's a Beaver Bank in Corvallis.
I'm going to take you to the bank. The Beaver Bank.
There's no way to get that one out.
No. Senator Trent's bank account at the Beaver Bank reads 0. Senator Trent. Yeah, so gun guy shows up, Smith with a Y, and he's hassling the girls, but he seems to kind of like the girls, like, yeah, I like some of that, but then he's like, you should cover up, because, there's good and decent country folk back here in the woods, Some of us like the sound of banjos, if you know what I mean. It's a little sinister.
I didn't think so.
He just seems like he's...
Like, hey,
I am
put some fucking clothes on.
Like, at his introduction, do you know them? Nope.
Yeah.
Huh, that's a weird thing. He's not a good guy, he's not a bad guy, he's just a guy.
Yeah, I guess.
And he doesn't really like people. He doesn't take kindly.
You guys don't think that his character was there as another very cliche item of the genre is the creepy backwoods
he's
rapey guy.
Yeah, but he's not.
But he's not.
He's not rapey.
He's not, but I think he's there to represent that character. And I don't think that they cashed in on that.
They didn't cash in on that.
Yeah.
And they didn't let him tell enough jokes.
Yeah. So they go back to the cabin. It's nighttime. They're getting drunk and being crazy girls. And there's a little hint of lesbianism between Mary and Jen. They apparently were kissing each other at one point to make some guys jealous or something. And
that's the excuse.
Kind of like it, which will come into play later. I mentioned it.
And
for
then
that
Zoe
reason.
is just wasting popcorn.
Yeah.
I mean, what a bitch. She's just throwing this popcorn everywhere.
Yeah, she's still got the toot. She's still talking about dicks. God, I wish I had some dicks up here.
Yep.
You guys can make out, but what am I going to do?
They did put Wiener on screen in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
She had the dick pics on her phone.
Yeah, she had the dick pics on her phone. Well, good news for her. There's a bang on the door. Oh, no. Scary monsters. But it's their boyfriends. The dudes show up. And I, at this point, I was like, okay, the girls have been not very good, but there's things that are happening. The bear, the gun guys, the stupid thing with the dam, the boobs being on screen for a long time. When these guys showed up, I was like, uh-oh, this is not going to go well. The movie has taken a churn in a direction that I am familiar with. And I know what's about to happen. This movie's about to start sucking.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing here? Get out of here. We don't need...
This is when the beavers needed to start attacking.
Yeah, we don't need these douchebags. And why is it that they're douchebags? Why is it that everybody's always a douchebag?
I don't know. Like, my only thought is that when it's done sort of properly, you want them to die because they died because they're stupid douchebags.
Yeah,
I don't know.
stupidity, fine. I don't
But
think
they're
any of
just
these guys are really dumb. They're just
Douches.
douches.
Well, Tommy is wearing his high school letterman's jacket, and he's supposed to be in college, and I'm
Yeah.
kind of like, the fuck, dude?
Yeah, I think these are hang down competition guys.
Yeah.
They get together and
What's a hang down competition?
they pull out their wieners and compare,
Which one
each other's
hangs down?
wiener. Yeah.
The lowest
And
hang down.
they're
So an 80-year-old man's going to win that one, right? Because his
Yeah.
balls are so low?
yeah,
Well, it's not a ball hang
Yeah,
down.
it's not a ball hang down.
Yeah, actually, usually
Not the
when your
important
balls when you've reached the point where your balls are making the pass on the
Oh.
wiener, that's when you quit having hang down contests, I guess.
Oh, no.
They're just guys that I don't like. I don't
No.
want to be friends with these guys. I don't want them on my television. I don't want to even think about them existing.
These are the guys that women like this would date.
Yeah, that's true.
So I guess I'll give it that.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Another comparison to douches that die from stupidity is the guys in Cabin Fever. All of those guys are dickheads as well, but you enjoy them being on screen because they're such dumbasses. They're stupid. They're not. Ugh, we're bros, bro. Seriously, bro. Get the bro shit out of here.
Yeah.
This movie. Just make them have troubles in life because of their own stupidity, including the items that are happening in the film, whether it's flesh-eating disease or zombie beavers.
I was glad when they all died.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, you really
Me too.
I thought the best death was the tree falling on Tommy
Yeah.
Football.
Which
Yeah.
I don't know why he turns into a zombie.
Yeah,
if
Because
got
he
a
got
tree
bit.
land.
He got bit in the
Oh, he
leg
did.
in the lake.
Yes, okay.
I don't remember him getting bit in the leg.
Yeah, right when he's getting on the
Oh,
dock.
yeah, he gets, yeah, okay. That's true. So, everybody decides to do the boning. They all shag up, except for Jen and, Sam,
Who
because
has my namesake is the biggest dick we've seen
Oh,
in a movie
God,
since we
he's-
started doing this podcast.
Sam is easily the worst.
No, that's the guy.
He's the guy.
That's Hutch Dano. That's
Hutch Dano.
Fahrenheit 51, the rapper.
Ugh,
That guy
God damn
sucks.
Yeah, and his fake crying in this movie made me just want to punch him in the fucking face.
His face made me want to punch him in the face.
Holding a bat. Nice, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, he sucked. So they bone down, but Jen and Sam don't because Sam has recently cheated on Jen. I guess she's,
Hey, she has the Facebook picture to prove it.
yeah, he kissed a lady at a party. Oh, but I was really drunk. It should be okay because I was really drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
buddy.
Mm.
So Jen decides to go take a shower. Oh no! There's a Zombeaver in there!
Yeah, zombie.
Our first good full shot of a Zombeaver. They're silly.
I love the Zombeavers in this movie. I
do
thought
like
they
the
were
Zombeavers.
awesome.
I think that they're
cute.
I think that they
They're
were
funny.
delivered well. They weren't over the top. They were just beavers with glowing eyes and a little bit of blood on their teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the teeth weren't white. They were like this yellow kind of gross color.
Yeah, they weren't like the flesh wasn't falling off of the beavers. They were just beavers that wanted to eat you,
Yep.
essentially. And I
Yep.
liked that. They were fun. And they made essentially
It was one of those things that had enough jokes. They had gotten it right with the beavers that they were writing the line between sinister and cute that it was funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Real dichotomy. But, yeah, so Jen jumps out, runs away. Ah! There's something in there. It's a beaver, I think. So
Yes.
Sam goes in with a bat.
He doesn't even go in,
He
piece of
doesn't
shit.
go in, yeah.
He's like all hesitating. So Tommy Football, give me that bat,
Yeah, he
asshole.
holds the bat at the top
Uh-huh.
of the bat,
Yeah.
and then he's going in there.
Yeah.
And I was like, are you kidding me? And they let this fly, but then the other guy takes the bat away from him, and you're like, oh, so that's not just him having no idea what a bat does.
Yeah.
But later when he's using the bat, you're like, nope, this guy just doesn't know what a bat does. He's never seen one of these
Yes.
before. What do you do with this thing?
He's too busy
Well,
rapping.
he grew up. He's a hard street criminal.
He's a hard
They
street-
they didn't have
Bats.
intramural sports in
Yeah.
the hood,
They didn't have intramural sports and whatever the
suburb he
Oh,
lived
yeah.
in.
the gated community that guy grew up in.
I said this in the 0.5 episode. I'll say it again. Krispy Kreme could kick the shit out
Oh,
of Fahrenheit
yes, he could.
5-1 or whatever the
Fahrenheit 50. So here's another thing. Fahrenheit 51. Is it implying that he's cool? Because 51 isn't cold, but it's cool. Because that would almost be clever. I don't think so. I think that I just helped that guy's career out a little bit.
Yeah, I think he did too.
Yeah.
I think he's. Oh yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm cool. No.
And he had a tattoo up on his boob area,
He had an
up on his
arm.
pec,
Yeah.
and it was covered with hair.
So
And it was gross. And I was like, he probably had to shave that whole area just to get and you couldn't even read the tattoo because his hair was so massive. Like it just kind of blurred it. Like, I think that says Angela or something. And it's like,
I also
it's just so hairy. It's like out of focus all the time.
Maybe Angela's no longer in the picture anymore, so that's why he let the fur grow up over it so that nobody would be able to see the Angela tattoo.
He just starts braiding it.
Yeah.
Braiding it right over the top of the tattoo so nobody can see
every
it.
morning he wakes up and he looks in the mirror. He's like, "There'll never be enough hair to cover up the memory of you, Angela." The other dumb tattoo was the Tommy characters.
Yeah, like a house.
420 It was 420 written under his armpit.
Yeah, it would look like a
God
house
damn it.
tattoo. Like
And-
house numbers that he had tattooed onto his body.
But it said oh yeah, that's what you need to do, buddy. Get a giant tattoo in a weird spot that says, "I smoke pot." Nice work, pal.
Oh, that's so cool. Hey guys, I'm cool because I like pot, right? Fuck off.
He is that guy that's running around going, bang, bang, shotgun sounds.
Yeah. Oh.
Anyways, back to Zombeavers. So Tommy kills it, smashes it up 50 times, and he hits it in the rib cage area, the beaver with the bat. It's dead, they think, so they stick it out on the porch. Well, the next day, they go out for more swimming. The Zombeaver is not there anymore. It's crawled away, but they think, oh, some critter just came and got it. No, nothing to worry about. So they go back to swimming. More
In the yuck.
Yeah, in the yuck. Zoe does not get her boobs out this time.
She tries.
Yeah, she
and
tries.
They stop her.
Yeah, they stop
Because
her.
they're like, we need to cauterize. We have to make a tourniquet. And she's like,
I'll
my
use
top will work for that.
I don't even want to wear this. But it turns out that Sam and Mary are left on the dock together alone. And they confess they're the smoochers, the
That's
party
the
smoochers.
Party smoochers.
Yeah.
The Facebook picture that launched 1,000 ships.
Yeah. or just Tommy with his glaring look like, hey, what's going on over there?
Oh, come on. Tommy was...
And then he does nothing about it.
Yeah,
ever.
dude, he's an idiot.
Tommy never gets the revenge against Sam for smooching his gal.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, doormat.
Smooching.
Tommy and Jen should have been together because he's the doormat
Yeah,
guy.
they're doormats. Yeah.
Yeah.
Put the dickheads together, the evil, shitty people together. Put the doormats together, and I guess Zoe and Buck can keep doing their thing because they seem like they work together. But Buck gets his foot eaten off by the Zombeavers. Just chunk foot. I did like that because they kind of did the whole, oh, something touched my leg, and then Buck goes under the water, and you think he's playing a joke, like, because they're all being nutsacks. But then the pool of blood comes up,
Yep.
and then he just stands up out of the water holding his foot.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah,
That
I
was
like
funny.
that. And so they also went back to the raft or the dock thing, whatever those are called, that sit out in the middle of the lake that you hang out on.
I think those things are creepy.
Dock
Yeah.
rafts.
Dock rafts.
So, so they're all panicking. Jen runs back to the house. She tries to call out, but the Zombeavers have chewed the phone lines.
And it shows it.
Yeah.
Like they have scraped through the telephone box and cut all the lines with their beaver teeth.
I liked that.
Yep.
Again.
Well, they beat me to it too because she's like, the phone doesn't work, and I'm like, what? Did the Zombeavers cut the phone? And before I could even say it, it was like, yes, Sam, they did.
Yep, they did.
These beavers, they know what to do here.
Yep. Smart beavers.
Yeah, they're not regular zombies. These beavers are conscious of thought. They're using their tails to send signals about where these people are hiding.
Mhm.
You know, they're digging underneath the house.
Well, they make tunnels.
Yeah, I mean, these beavers are they're not brain dead.
Yeah.
No.
They're just nuclear waste beavers.
Beavers.
Irradiated. I'm not even sure if they're Zombeavers. They may just be like Toxic Avenger beavers. Get superpowers, not dead.
Beaver radioactive.
Yeah.
Mm.
Nice.
Yeah. That's as good as I could do right there.
I think that's as good as can be done.
Dur-dur-dur-dur-dur.
So of course, in order to get off the raft boat, Sam has to do his thing that we mentioned earlier.
Do the dog.
Do the dog diversion. That doesn't really work.
Fuck that guy.
No.
It's just dumb.
Why do the beavers really even care about the dog?
Yeah, why do they care about the dog?
And the dog almost made it.
Yeah, he almost made it. I thought he was going to make it, and I was like, fuck yeah, dog. You should make it, and then Sam should die.
Yeah, and actually when when you find out that everything is undead beavers, that they get bit, and what's-her-face come back, Jen bites his dick off, and I guess he dies.
Uh-huh.
I wanted it to be the dog.
Yeah,
I wanted the dog to come back
Again,
and kill
there
his
you go.
ass.
Missed opportunity.
Missed opportunity.
Well, they Jen's getting attacked in the kitchen by the half beaver, the one that they beat with the bat. She stabs it, and the house is now surrounded by beavers. Everybody makes it back to the house. Ah! House is surrounded by beavers. Dead one in the kitchen.
The end.
Yeah, at the end of the movie. No.
Oh.
It's not, yeah. So they got to get Buck out of there, though, because he's missing a foot. So they got to try to take him to the hospital, stick him in the Prius, and drive off. Because they realize that beavers move fast in the water, but not on land, so we can just run to the
That's
car.
what he says, and then it seems like he's like half of the people are on board with him and the other half aren't.
Yeah.
And then, Sam doesn't care.
Yeah. Well, it works. They make it.
Yeah, they don't even really encounter much resistance. They just
No.
get in the car and drive off until, damn.
Oh, damn it. There's a
That's
tree in
another
the
missed
road.
opportunity. Damn.
Yeah. Damn.
That's what they should have said there.
When the tree's in the road.
And then later, when it's, Rex Lynn delivers the damn joke that you've been waiting for an hour.
Damn beavers.
Damn beavers. And it was like, that's not quite it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they can't get out. They have to turn around.
Oh no, the road is blocked,
Yeah.
and it's a flat area. You can't just, I don't know, lazily veer to the left and
They
go
could have
around
got
the trees.
around in the truck.
Yeah.
Could have got around in the truck.
You could also maybe strap
Try to
something
move it.
to the
There
tree
was-
and
You're,
tow it off the road.
probably got full coverage on the Prius.
Yeah, just smash it.
Just ram her.
Yeah.
Push it out of the way.
No, they don't. Instead, Tommy goes back and finds a gun. He's going to go find more guns.
And he says, I'm going to fill up the trunk with guns.
Yeah.
What are you talking about,
Yeah.
buddy?
What are you
A
talking
Prius
about?
doesn't have a trunk, for
And
one.
other than he found a gun in the truck, where are all these other guns going
Yeah.
to come from?
I don't know.
He's
I thought
got
at
big
this
plans.
point, I thought he was going to turn into Action Man. I
Yeah.
thought he was going to be the guy. And he he's dead.
Yeah,
He gets hit by a tree. Yeah, it's like,
Oh!
Yeah, the beavers chew a little tree down real fast, and they're giggling after they smash him.
Snickering.
I like the beavers.
I do too.
Yeah, so he's smashed. He's dead. That doesn't work. So Zoe gets saved by Smith. Smith shows up out of nowhere, shoots a beaver. So now they're...
Shoots a beaver that was a flying beaver that
Yep.
was trying to attack Zoe.
Yep. Well, they gotta get back to the house now, because this is a dead end. So they drive back. But now the house has been boarded up by Sam, Mary, and Jen.
So they can't get in.
So they can't get in. So they go to the neighbor's house.
The neighbors have been killed by the beavers.
The neighbors have been beaved.
And
Beaved.
the beavers have also cut the phone lines at the neighbor's house.
Yes.
Dun, dun,
They've
dun.
done the beaver staring beaver shot down. We've gotten past that, but we missed that.
The
So
staring beaver.
what's her face? Jen is on the fucking island in the kitchen,
Mm-hmm.
spread eagle, and you're like beaver on beaver.
Oh, yeah.
It was like they wanted that, and I was like, I'll give you this one,
Uh-huh.
but they needed to get that in there closer.
Yep. It should have been more...
They could have, because they can bring her back as a beaver.
Mm-hmm.
She should have gotten beaver on beaver killed right there.
Yeah. Yep. I'm with you.
I think there should have been some fake hair there, like some just jungle business.
Yeah.
Like
hanging out the sides of
pouring
her.
out of the bikini.
The bikini
Yeah.
side spray.
Yeah. Yeah. See, again, the
Jungle beaver.
head-
Doodaloo, doodaloo.
in Reanimator, the getting head from a head,
Yeah.
that delivers. This
Yeah.
one, you know the joke's there, you just don't know how to deliver it.
Yeah.
Oh well. So, meanwhile, Sam, Jen, and Mary are reading up on beavers. There's a book on beavers in the house, and it's all sorts of clues on how the beavers might, how to defeat the beavers and what the beavers are going to do. And they learn that they have tunneling. They can tunnel. They're expert tunnelers.
There was something about like they make practical jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Do beavers really
Wait,
make
what?
practical? Yeah,
I
that's
didn't
what it
catch
said
that.
in the book. She's like, They make practical jokes. I'm like, how does a beaver make a practical joke?
Sticky toilet paper.
I guess, but like, like I don't know. Like one Stan the beaver comes back and his family's dead, and the other beaver's like, "I killed your family, Stan. Look at you, Stan.
Face.
Like that's not a practical joke, Glenn the beaver. That's just dick."
Yeah.
Maybe they hide behind trees and try to scare the shit out of each other.
I don't know. I mean, it's just like practical jokes.
Question mark. So Mary goes in and she's taking a nap, I guess. Sleepy time. And Jen comes in there. She's being all creepy, like sexy time creepy, but crawling on top of Mary like she's going to bone down on her and stuff. But, nope, she's going to eat her.
Gonna eat her face.
Yeah, Jen turns into a Zombeaver. And I was like, yeah, all right, cool. Good job. Nice.
Yeah, when her teeth fell out in the front and then the beaver fangs came in, I was like, oh man, that's a cool effect. Like, that looks pretty awesome.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
But then the drool threw me off, and I was like, that is gross.
I liked the drool though because it was gross.
Yeah,
I just saw that poor young thing under there just getting spit on. I liked it. I was like, yes, take that, you post-teen whore.
Who in this room has got issues?
Wow.
That
Getting
came out
to know
wrong.
you.
How's your relationship with your mom, Sam? So she's a Zombeaver now, and Buck has also turned into a Zombeaver because he's got the foot gone. He's attacking people, and everybody's getting attacked.
Yeah. He eats Rex Lynn's face off while he's holding him above his head.
Yeah, that was interesting.
That was interesting.
I thought he was going to do something there, and he didn't really, other than eating his face. I thought he was going to, like, toss
something?
Smith or rip him in half, or... I don't know. No, he didn't really do much. Zoe is the one that does something. She shoots
Rex
Smith right in the
head.
head.
In the head, yeah.
Right in the eye.
Right in the
Which
eye.
he comes back, so they kind of poke, like they make, like they're all understand the rules of zombies in the movie, but then, like, that doesn't kill him.
Yeah, that doesn't kill him.
Nothing kills these zombies.
Yeah, he should not be reanimated ever because he's already had his brain destroyed, in theory. Yeah.
Right,
Whatever.
nothing kills the beavers.
Nothing kills them.
Yeah.
The world is not coming back from this little mistake brought on by John Mayer and Bill Burr.
Well, Zoe has now, oh my gosh, there's Zombeavers everywhere. So she runs upstairs, hides in the bedroom of the neighbor's house. And in there is the neighbor lady. She is also a Zombeaver. So what, she gets, I guess, I kind of thought she got Zombeaver-fied because she gets, like, her hair ripped out, I guess?
No, she never her hair gets pulled, but she never actually gets bit by any.
Yeah, why didn't the
beavers.
neighbor lady bite her?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was weird.
So that she get hit by a truck later.
Yeah. Well, she does one of my most favorite bad movie staples. Diving through the window!
That one, it was pretty tall.
Yeah.
Second story.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
got banged up pretty good.
Yeah. Well, I thought that they were going to observe the laws of physics at this point because she looks bad when she hits the ground. But she comes back and she's not in the worst shape ever.
Yeah, she's got a limp. It's more than most movies do when people jump out of the second story window. Usually it's, broken ankles! But then the guy just runs off. Like, I can jump 300 feet. No, you can't only jump about 10 safely.
Yeah.
But, she gets knocked out. And, Sam and Mary are back at the house, and the Zombeavers have dug the tunnels underneath the house and are popping up through the wooden planks. There's a whole whack-a-mole type scenario. I think that was intentional.
The whack-a-mole
was stupid.
was dumb.
It's too much. It can't be a coincidence. It's just too similar.
No, they were doing the whack-a-mole.
Yeah, they
it
were
just
doing the
didn't work.
whack-a-mole.
And it also doesn't help that in your whack-a-mole sequence, you have a guy on screen that doesn't know what a bat does.
Yeah.
And he's holding it like it's a loaf of bread.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's going to put
punching
French
with the
bread
bat.
in the oven.
Yeah.
But he's holding both ends of it and sort of just moving his whole body. It just doesn't... Where this Hutch Dano guy learned about anything is a mystery to me.
Well, Sam and Mary go to the bathroom, and Mary thinks that Sam has been bit. So he needs to remove all of his clothing so she can do the old examination of Rooney. He does. He's not bit. It's time for Mary to do the same. She's got some bruises on her rib cage. I guess? Or were those
I couldn't see.
beaver marks? Like, what was up
She
with that?
gets beavered.
When?
Well, she
Yeah, she becomes
turns.
a Zombeaver.
I'm guessing that was it.
Yeah. It doesn't really look like bite marks or anything. It just looks like she got punched in the ribs.
Like, well, she was weird about it too. She's like, I got a staph infection.
Yeah.
Something's like, I don't know. Don't touch me
Yeah.
there. That's my weird spot.
Well, it's sexy time. That's also her no-no spot, because as soon as you push that button, she turns into a horn dog, and they decide to jump each other in the bathroom. While being attacked by Zombeavers.
And catching on fire.
Yeah, and the house catches on fire. So the Zombeaver has...
This is where you wonder about the intelligence of the Zombeaver, because this one doesn't seem so
he just
smart.
goes straight for the wall outlet.
He starts chewing on some power lines, catches himself on fire real nice, and then torches the curtains.
Yeah.
The place is going up.
Well, it punches through the wall, or Jen punches through the wall while they're doing it, and
Bites his wiener
bites
off.
his wiener off. He somehow magically gets his boxer shorts pulled back up. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah. So
Nobody
Zoe...
wanted to see it anyway.
Yeah.
No.
Zoe drives the truck, Smith's truck, through the house to rescue Mary. She's okay. And they get in the truck. They drive off. They're headed towards freedom, back to the tree in the road. But Smith is there in the road. So they swerve and crash into a tree. You see the bear has been turned into a beaver. Zombeaver. I liked it.
Yeah, the bear beaver was something else.
Beaved.
Beaver.
Whatever. Well, they're able to drive away to get to the roadblock.
Beaver.
It's time to walk. Time to go on foot. Oh, they also run over Jen on the way. Smash her head up.
Smash her head up real nice. Never liked that bitch anyway.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mary pulls a gun on Zoe. You're gonna churn. I gotta kill you now. No, if you kill me now, you're gonna be a murderer. You gotta wait till I churn, if anything. Then right at that point, Mary turns into a Zombeaver, and Zoe axes her in the head.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then she gets to get away. It's the end scenario of Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
Zoe's flagging down a truck.
Yep.
Help me. And
And you know,
I don't think
you
you
just
see that girl. I see the girl. Smash.
I trust you.
Yeah, I trust you. Runs her over. Credits.
You trust you to run over it. So here's the thing.
Mhm.
You just don't stand in the middle of the road.
Yeah, never stand in the middle of the road. It's not safe
Yeah.
in any scenario. That's the end of the movie.
That's the end of the movie.
It happened.
Yep.
Fell apart. What do you guys think for questions?
I got two.
I got two.
I got one.
Okay, Jackie, you go first.
Okay, so when Jen turns into a beaver, right, and then they show her after they board her into the room, and she's slapping that tail
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
on, what is that tail made out of? It looks like some hemorrhoids. Like it popped out of her asshole, and it just her intestines turned inside out and into a beaver tail.
I think that's a pretty solid theory.
Why not?
Yeah,
I
didn't
can't
even
do
think
better.
about it that way.
I can't do better.
Because it just looks like herpes or hemorrhoids or
she's-
something on
she's
the
got
tail.
a case of the ick on the tail.
Yeah,
It's gross.
it was really gross. That was my only question.
Huh, that's an interesting idea. Where did the tail come from? It had to come from some matter. Might as well be your guts, and that's
Yep.
what's on the outside. I like it. Sammy.
Why does Zoe come back for Mary?
Yeah, why does she? Why would she even...
Why would
The house
she
is on
do
fire.
that? We've established that Mary
Yeah, sucks.
is the word I won't say on this podcast.
Yeah.
It
She's
starts
a-
with a C.
Yeah, I know what
Yeah.
you're thinking. She is a considerably not nice person.
She's terrible.
Yeah, I don't know. Not to mention the house is on fire. You would just be like, oh god, everybody has died. Even if she was a good lady, you just wouldn't drive the truck into the middle of a burning house, but whatever. Are zombies, or Zombeavers, nature's deadliest weapon?
They seem to be.
Are they more deadly than a bear holding a shark?
No.
I don't know. They can't be killed though. Maybe they die with fire. I don't know. It seemed like no
Yeah,
matter
well,
what you did to these things, they didn't die. So
One beaver isn't. 10 beavers may not be, but like 100
Uh-huh.
are more dangerous than one bear holding one shark.
Okay. All right. So it's a strength in numbers scenario.
Yeah, they're like piranhas. Eventually, there's just too many.
What's your other question there?
What the fuck is Mary's plan for the weekend?
Yeah.
she's-
Yeah.
Like, the person who caused it, she's like, oh, let's have a girls' weekend for you because your boyfriend cheated on you with me.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to take you up to this cabin all weekend where we can be alone and I can just tear you apart psychologically? Is that her fucking plan?
Because it doesn't seem like Mary has very many regrets about this
No,
happening.
none whatsoever. Like it seems to me like she is going to just bone down on the Sam periodically when she's not boning down on Tommy.
Maybe it's, maybe it was a distraction, or, I don't want you to find out, so if we stay here in town, maybe someone will tell you that it was me kissing Sam, so I gotta get you away where you can't be contacted by anybody, and I'm in a location where I'm the only one that knows what's up.
Huh.
No, because Zoe's like, everybody knows but her.
Huh.
And then Tommy's like, I didn't know.
Well, yeah, everybody knows but you and her, because you're the other person that doesn't need to know.
Yeah, I don't know what her plan is.
I don't know either. She's a bitch.
Yeah,
Yep.
she's a bitch.
Diabolical bitch.
Sinister bitch.
Can we still use Zombeaver pelts?
Well, I don't think so.
Could you be a fur trapper and catch Zombeavers and
Problem seems to be that...
still found America based on Zombeaver fur?
Well, Rex Lynn says that he trapped one and it didn't die.
Yeah.
So it's hard to skin an animal that's trying to eat your face.
Yeah.
It's
Doesn't mean
not-
it can't be done.
Well,
Maybe they regenerate and you can just have infinite supply of Zombeaver pelts.
I don't think the fur would be very good.
Yeah, I don't think people would wear it.
No.
I think it would probably
Authentic
smell.
Zombeaver coat. Is that going to give me the disease? Probably.
Yeah, probably. Okay. So, what do we think, guys? What's our final verdict here? Do we recommend this film or not?
This was my pick, and I'm going to say do not.
I didn't like it.
I thought it was crap.
It's just the same as any of them. Like
Yeah.
these low budget things, it's like, oh, and they get so much positive press
Mm-hmm.
because it's new and different. It's wow, it's what a great idea, and it is. It's a great idea. You didn't follow through with it though.
Yeah.
You don't get me on a good idea. You get me on executing a good idea, and they did not execute the good idea.
Well, I'm going to take a different stand. I think it is worth viewing. The reason being is because it does have redeeming qualities, and I think that its redeeming qualities should be rewarded. And I think that we're at a point where we're all looking for something in these types of films. We're all looking for that next Sharknado, the silly.
I didn't really think Sharknado was that great.
You didn't. A lot of people did, and I enjoy it quite a lot. But
Big-ass
that's what
spider.
people are. Big ass spider.
Big Ass Spider is the one that I hold these movies to.
Yeah.
This was no Big Ass Spider.
A genre turner, flipping
Yeah.
it on its end type thing. And I think that the more that you view movies that have redeeming qualities, the more likely that you're able to then know what to look for in the really good movies that do this right. Where, like, Big Ass Spider.
Yeah.
If you don't see films like this that have good things, then you won't appreciate Big Ass Spider quite as much. And it's an hour and 20 minutes. It's a quick one.
Yeah.
For a bad movie Sunday type thing, some buddies. I think it's worth it.
I don't think that, I think that it has such a positive, and there's like a huge bandwagon of, it's got positive force and momentum. Like,
Yep.
everybody else is saying, go watch the movie, so I'm not gonna jump, I'm fine. I didn't like it, and I'm not gonna join in with the other people and say, go watch this movie.
No. And, honestly, if you want to join the conversation, watch the part until they hit the deer, and those two guys, John Mayer and Bill Burr, are off screen. Then fast forward this movie until they come back on screen again, and then watch the outtakes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you could do 3-minute Zombeaver for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's your episode. It'll be my pick next week. I don't know what I have decided on. I've got a laundry list of movies that,
Dreamcatcher.
it might be Dreamcatcher. That's been discussed. Stone Cold still sitting out there. Really like that Stone Cold.
Yeah.
Well, we'll let you know what happens. Oh, also, be sure to check out our new website. It is fancy and cool, and all sorts of good stuff is now on there to make it easier to access all of our content. Get to the chopper.
Visit us at www.stinkermadness.com. Follow Stinker Madness on Twitter @StinkerMadness. Please rate and review us on iTunes and Stitcher. Thank you for listening, and get to the chopper.